See, that's going to be handy for later, actually. That's going to be a good one for later. The emblem of the Crimson Caravans, porters of wide renown. They're based in Bucklad, where traders from across Valisthea flock to browse the Thousand Tables and transport their wares either throughout the Dominion or on down the Crystal Road to the lands beyond. All right. Ah, that's another quest down. Another quest down and a few more to go. It's all the quests here done, though. So where do we want to go to next? I have a couple places we could go. Do I want to take care of what's in here? How many quests do we have here? So we have one. We have another one we can complete or work on. Another. So there's only one that I can pick up here. Okay, that's not too bad. Maybe we'll complete the one here first.
Or it should be somewhere nearby. She's still here.
Yeah, so let's go and we'll grab this quest in here from Martha. Howdy, Martha. What quest do you have for me?
Ah, Clive. I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool.
I can do that.
Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course.
Of course.
But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them.
Yeah, that would be really hard.
Wondering why you? Well, the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late.
Like, imagine essentially being a slave and then being like, yo, you're free.
I think even he's starting to worry.
Just like that.
And if he's
go live your life. It'd be really hard.
It's you.
Like, it'd be really hard to do, you know.
All right.
It's not as easy as we like to think it'd be.
Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole.
And you can feed a chocobo with them.
Than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love them too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
I do like Martha. Rekindling the flame too. Now, is this gonna end their story too then? Okay, what do you have? I completely forgot.
How do?
Breath of Ice. You know what? Yeah, actually, I will buy this.
Much obliged.
I will not equip it, but I will buy it. I'm starting to run out of gil. I just noticed.
There you go.
I'm getting pretty low. Hunter's footsteps. I mean, I'll buy this as well. At least I'm actually spending my gil, I guess.
Have gone to Rackaroon, it don't mean we have to.
I've got greens, shapes and sizes. Colors too.
So Doris is around here somewhere. Can't say I'm seeing her though. Yeah, okay, they are around here. Okay, so maybe this way. Maybe we go down this area and maybe she'll be to the left.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Yeah, there you go.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
Okay, what do we have going on here? We got some more sneakiness, huh?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you.
Oh, that's right, she's tracking a slaver. That's right.
Slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance.
Really?
She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Yeah, we gotta stop a
I'm going
slaver,
with
dude.
you.
We
I'll
gotta.
take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
All right. So where is that? That's well, look at that. It's also where I'm just so happening to need to go. Perfect. Got two little quests here I can take care of. And then we got a thing in Eastpool, but like, yeah. This is some good cleanup. See, this is a good cleanup stream. An unintended cleanup stream, but still kind of a cleanup stream.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Okay, Clive, calm down. So I need to take the bridge. Oh, actually, no, I don't take the bridge. I go under the bridge. That's right.
Let's go.
Every time I hear the start of that, I think it's gonna go through the whole Chocobo theme, and deep down, I kind of want it to.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
Yeah, I'm sure we can get some backstory.
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more, and I'll be docking your pay.
Ooh, don't want that.
Yes, Mom.
Oh,
Unfortunately for them,
before you go,
I'm probably gonna be docking their
suppose
lives,
we have company.
so it probably won't matter.
Kill him.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter for them. You should have just had your pay docked. Yeah, we'll just do this. Just diamond dust. Can break the protection. Okay, that's kind of rude. By astrologer. Yeah, he's being kind of annoying, isn't he? It's kind of a thing with these magic peeps. No, stop protecting people. Stop protecting people. Okay. There we go. I mean, it's easy enough to break, but still. Alright, let's punish. Alright, Miss Slave Trader. She's gonna be cocky still, isn't she? I can already tell how this is gonna go. She's gonna be like, how could you, or something like that.
So much for your escort.
Okay, never
You'll
mind.
forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be.
I'll fight you.
Surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid,
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner.
Yeah, it's all right. You got to keep your backstory secret.
This woman,
secret? Yeah, secret.
My former master.
I'll say it like an
once
adult.
trained bearer children
Not
to be
secret.
weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible. Surely. We had our fun, too.
I do like how these quests are giving us a lot more insight into the fellow members of the Hideaway.
Had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause.
Yeah, that's
To
right.
liberate
You tell
the
her.
bearers of this world.
Yeah, you tell her.
Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
So what we can do with her? We're gonna like put her in jail. I mean, we can't just let her go, can we?
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though.
Okay.
Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
So we're just gonna let the justice system deal with it. Okay.
I am.
That doesn't always work out,
Thank you.
Doris.
For everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
She'll be out in like 2 years. Probably half a year with good behavior.
I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Oh, there you go. It's another quest basically complete. Perfect. Oh, is it just teleporting me? Sometime later. I didn't think it would do that.
Welcome back, Sid.
I thought I had a choice.
Doris's
Right, I'd have a
message just
choice.
arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in
Good.
Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either.
I could see that,
Not
yeah.
easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be alright.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand.
Indeed.
Anyway,
It's been quite a journey.
thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Oh, quest complete. Excellent. I mean, while I'm here, I guess I'll finish off the other quest. May as well. I kind of rude of the game to just be like, yo, you're here now. It's fine, though. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yote is, like, here. Waiting for her prince to return. Okay, so we can finish off the Blackthorn quest.
The man himself.
Indeed,
We were
tis
just
me.
about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny. but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And now what's done with the outer aisles, that'll be what gives the blade its
okay, that's cool. I like that. We're using everything that we gained throughout the quests.
My talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk to the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
That's good. That's cool. Sometime later.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Wow. Holy crap, that looks nice.
The sword to end all swords.
That's Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
That's very fitting since we're fighting Odin right now, actually.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
I feel like I have to use it against Odin.
Does this make you
know?
the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something
Really?
worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
Something even better,
That's
huh?
a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Hell yeah, Blackthorn.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
That's another good quest line. I like how it ended. I like how it took everything that we gathered throughout that quest line. Gotterdammerung? Don't think I've ever heard that one. Ancient Ashen legend purports that one day the age of dominance will draw to a close and an epic clash of icons that set the land ablaze, cleansing it of foulness and allowing for its rebirth. A clash they call a Ragnarok. Cool, I mean, I'll take it. Gotterdammerung! Recipe unlocked. Perfect. What do I need for it? So, do I have it equipped now then? I don't. The ice brand. Oh, it gives me a full 25? Oh, wow, to both? Damn, that's nice.
So what do I owe the honor? I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend to me, Clive. The best.
I mean, Blackthorn, you make my weapons, dude. I gotta be your friend.
Well, thanks for you, dear.
So what do I need for this? The Gotterdammerung. I need one more Orichalcum Darksteel, primitive battle horn. Oh, but that's so much extra damage. You need the Ragnarok for it too. If Ragnarok was forged to mark the War of the Gods, then Gotterdammerung, meaning Twilight of the Gods, was forged to mark the fall of those self-same deities. That one's gonna be a bit before we can craft it, but still.
What do you want?
Can I make anything else? Nah. Yeah.
Anything else?
The stew's awfully full.
Yeah, let's check out some of the new goodies we got. So in the missives, what do we have? and lost there will be found. It is hard to believe Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds or readying the packs. Yet he is not, and that is everything I can do not to fall to my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on, but that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built my brother and I built all we have here together. So as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me. And I shall honor him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. Eloise. Wall of memories here. Yeah, getting a lot of these. So the Crimson Caravan signboard. The emblem of the Crimson Caravans, porters of wide renown based on the market town of Bucklead. It depicts a laden chocobo. After the death of her brother and confidant, Theodore, Eloise chose to continue the work they had begun together, freeing bearers from slavery, just as she had freed him so many years before. Ah, it is quite a good wall of memories. So you have nothing else around here that's really worth checking? I mean, I could get the... Wait. I don't have any new renown I can get, actually, so... No, let's just leave and come back a little bit later. Finish off some of these other quests. Like the one along here. Is it really... I guess it is closer to go through here, yeah. So finish off the quest along here, then. These are going by a little bit quicker than I thought they would. I was kind of concerned this might be the whole stream. I think it's going to be the most of the stream, but I think we'll still be able to get at least some story done.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Yeah, I kind of wish chocobos were real. I'm not gonna lie.
The whole village has turned.
Oh, wow. Another case of the world map changing based on the story. I like this. The game does a really good job of that, you know? Just like having areas change. Like, I don't know, that's something cool. I find that really cool. Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating. Hey there, catch a chocobo. You can perish now. Just need to go through here and then a little bit to the left. Killing some bums along the way, I see. Probably best to just engage with an impulse, huh? Not dead quite yet. Oh, no, you're not allowed to explode. You're not allowed to explode, bomb. I mean, it gives me XP either way, I guess, but I'd rather they not. Am I going the right way? I am, yeah. I don't really want to use my ultimate moves quite yet. If I can help it, it would make it go a bit quicker, but it's not about speed, it's about efficiency. Well, I guess it would be efficient to do it faster. So actually, never mind what I said. It's not about speed. It's about keeping my cooldowns. So is it like up here?
No holding back.
I guess it is. Go precision dodging for days. Even that time too. Huh. I'm shocked. It didn't quite do what I thought it would. There we go. That did what I thought it would. Okay, button mash, button mash. Is satellite even going? I think it is. Yeah, it is. I could not even see that. And you are about to be done. There you go. Now, where's that thing? I thought it'd be right. Oh, here it is. Okay, I was gonna say I thought it'd be around here. There you go. Spherical echo.
Down.
Oh.
One to go.
And now we go up here, deal with the stuff in East Pool, and get another quest done and dusted. And then we only have Sand Brick, and then I think that's it. I think that's like the final area that we need to do quests in. Although while I'm here, I guess I could take another crack at the Hand of Hyperion. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I do have a better weapon now. So it would make sense.
Ah, Lord Rossfield.
Hi, hello.
What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
While chocobos adore Gissel greens, the human masters find them significantly less toothsome, turning to them only in times of hardship. Most often, after their faithful steeds have already been added to the pot. I would eat a chocobo.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Oh.
Martha was hoping you might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size.
I mean, with me you do.
I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
You have me.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
I mean, they don't look too keen on that idea.
Send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for.
Oh, Martha. And the reinforcements.
Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes.
Hey, Rossfield, welcome back.
Your very lives.
How you doing today?
So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves?
No. She's got a
Or
fan.
will you fight like free men and women?
The best weapon. That would inspire me. That would inspire the hell out of me.
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
There you go. He has a small army.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Hell yeah. See, Restfield says, doing okay. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay.
Well,
No, I'm doing pretty
if it was
good.
numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village.
Smart.
Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first.
That makes
By
sense.
coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them. And for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed.
That's true.
Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
I like what's been going on with the Eastpool as well. It's had, like, for a town that just kind of gets destroyed fairly early on in the game.
I will do as you ask.
It's had quite the kind of story itself. Like, it's pretty good, pretty impressive.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Like, Eastpool is... Like, it's a town that I have grown oddly familiar with and oddly attached to, considering all that's happened here. Sorry, you missed what I said? No, perfectly fine. Was that about the how are we doing thing?
The calm before the storm.
Because if so, I just said I'm doing all right, and I'm glad to hear you're doing okay.
And here it comes.
Just been having some good old fun in 16. And yeah, no, just been having a pretty good time overall. Like, been having a pretty good day. Been pretty solid. Haven't done much today yet, but definitely have a lot of weekend plans. I didn't say any of this, but I may as well now. Gonna be heading out with my mom and my girlfriend to check out some Halloween stuff. My mom has what is it? A costume she wants to make. So we're gonna be heading to Spirit of Halloween to figure that out this weekend. And then on Monday it is Canadian Thanksgiving, which will be pretty nice. So it's gonna be a busy-ish weekend, but it should still be a good one, at the very least. Nope. Oh, rest in peace, Dragonette. Oh. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll do this. We'll do the Flames of Rebirth. Let me guess. New enemies approach. Nope, never mind. That's a cool scene to end it on. You was abandoned exploring today on your own? Like exploring abandoned areas, like houses and stuff. That's really cool. I think at least where I live, it's called like urban exploring. I think it was one of the things I actually wanted to get into when I was younger. Never ended up doing it though. Never ended up getting around to it. And we have some nice places around here to explore as well. We have like a supposedly haunted hospital, a haunted like abandoned hospital. I don't think it's been torn down yet, but I always thought it'd be kind of cool to go in there and kind of explore around. Dangerous, sure, but cool, right? Not in the mood for Halloween this year after losing my oldest cat Sabbath 3 weeks ago. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That's really rough, right? It's always hard losing a pet. I've talked about this a few times on stream before when other people have said they've lost a pet. But it's always hard. It's always hard to lose any kind of pet because they're like a little family member, right? So I'm really sorry to hear that. And I know this isn't gonna be much of a condolence because like your cat was 15 or 13, which is a pretty good age. I don't know how long cats can typically live for, but like your cat lived. And like I said, I know this isn't like a proper condolence because it just isn't, right? Like no matter how long your pet lived for, you always want them to stick around for longer. But at the same time, I'm sure your cat was really happy, right? I expected Sabbath's passing to hit hard, but not this hard. Yeah, no, it's always hard to lose a pet. Like I've always said, I've lost a fair few myself. Not due to negligence or anything like that. I always feel the need to emphasize this. When I say I've lost a fair few, we've just always had a lot of pets in my family. Right? Like I think typically we have like at least like 3 dogs or like a couple dogs and like a bird or something, right? So we've always had like pets, like lots of pets in my household, both growing up and now, right? Um and it's always hard to lose a pet. Always. Like even when it's expected, like when like using a recent example for me, like a few months ago I lost one of my little Pomeranian chihuahuas with little Cece, who she was getting older and you could tell that there's something wrong with her and she was just kind of like slowly kind of deteriorating until she eventually passed away. And that was hard, but you could see it coming, right? Which it eased it a little bit because you knew she was gonna go. But like even when you expect it, it's still really hard. It still hit me really hard for a good like few weeks after that. And even now it's still like even now I still think like, oh, like what was it? I think a few days ago I actually went upstairs and I was saying hi to the dogs and I was like, oh, there's my three little like buddies. And I was like, well, no, it's only 2 now. And I was like, oh no, yeah, my 2 little buddies. And it made me a little sad, right? He was spoiled rotten even though he was an asshole. I mean, that's the thing with pets too, right? They can be little assholes sometimes, but you know, it sounded like you really loved Sabbath, and it sounded like you gave Sabbath a lot of love. And I know Sabbath would have felt that. Sabbath was very healthy right until the end. I had to get him put to sleep as his kidneys failed. Yeah, that's really hard. The same thing happened. Well, granted, I don't actually know what happened to one of my dogs. I know one of my dogs passed. I want to say it may have been a kidney issue, but I'm not incredibly sure. If I'm being honest, I'm not too sure what was going on because I had a dog many years ago. His name was Junior, and he was my little buddy. He was my little buddy, and yeah, I don't know what happened. He was perfectly good, and then just one day, he just started looking pretty sick. But sometimes pets get sick, right? So it's like we figured give it a couple days, but then he started like pooping where he wouldn't normally poop, and it always smelled like really awful, and he just looked really not good. Like I actually feel like I feel really bad that I didn't actually do anything. Like it was only for a few days, and he passed. We wouldn't have been able to get him down anywhere to get put to sleep or checked out or anything. Even if I did do something, because I think he took like a few days. But I want to say it was probably a kidney thing. I wouldn't know for sure. But, Hey, Bass, welcome back. Rossfield and I are just talking about the passing of pets. Because Rossfield's pet, Sabbath, his cat, or their cat. I guess it's kind of a good point. Sorry, I shouldn't be assuming if you're a he or a she. But, well, I mean, the name Rossfield makes me inclined to say he. But anyway. Yeah, no, just talking about passing of cats and all that. And the pets and everything. But yeah, Rossfield lost their cat, Sabbath, 3 weeks ago. So, yeah. So just kind of having one of those discussions about pets and how hard it can be and how I can certainly emphasize with that. You don't care for being misgendered? Perfectly fair. I just always like to be like not to directly assume, right? Because I mean I grew up in the era of on the internet where everybody's a he, right? Until proven otherwise. That's not really apt or really true at all anymore. Never really was. But like I still grew up in that era. So if I see anyone, I kind of more go towards like he, right? My pupper passed years ago, and yeah, losing a pet isn't fun. Yeah, it's always really hard, right? Always really tough. Yeah, like keeping photos and mementos is always good. Heck, even just like memories is always nice. It's like I know we've had photos of a lot of our dogs and stuff. I don't know where really most of them are, to be honest. But you know, I know I personally still have a lot of memories. I still think about them a lot. Like every pet I've lost, I remember, and every single one I've lost, I certainly keep close. You have his ashes in a casket that's shaped like a sleeping cat. That sounds really sweet. That sounds really nice. He's on the fireplace. I'm sure that provides a lot of comfort to you as well, right? Because yeah, it's that does sound really nice. His name is on the bottom. That's really good too. I know we usually get our pets cremated here. And we keep their boxes around. We keep them around. We don't really keep them at any specific place, especially since we moved a few years ago. I know we have them. I want to say they're probably in the garage right now. Not to like obviously not to disrespect my pets or anything. It's just, you know, when we moved, we didn't necessarily unpack everything straight away, even though we moved here a good few years ago at this point. But still, just very strange not having to keep things covered because Sabbath liked to spray everything and everywhere, and was a huge character. Yeah, right. Like I said, it's like losing a family member, right? You get so used to them being around for so many years that eventually it just gets to a point where, yeah, it's really hard to kind of imagine life without them, right? And like I've said this before too, and I'll say it again. My couple dogs that I have now, especially my little Rolly, who is like my little buddy, I really don't know what I'm gonna do whenever he passes. Like it's gonna be a long time still. I'm still gonna have a long time with the guy. But it's gonna be really hard to imagine a life without him, right? Like it's gonna be so hard to imagine a life without Rolly that I can't even fathom it. Cause he's my little buddy. He's like my little buddy. Always coming down to say hi. Always really happy every time I go and like hang out with him. The moment I sit down on the couch, he's always up on my lap. Yeah. To the point where honestly, there are some times that I'm like, I don't really want to sit down because I don't want him like climbing all over me. But you know, it's still really, really nice regardless. So yeah, no, losing a pet is hard. You still have 2 female cats to keep you company. And I'm sure your other cats are probably going through a pretty hard time as well. So I'm sure the 3 of you can mourn together and, like I say, keep the memory of Sabbath going, right?
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is
Really?
headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or 2 to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
The dynamics have certainly changed. Oh yeah, for sure. No, like it's gonna, like, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it is gonna be hard for a little bit, right? I feel like that's just a fact. It's gonna be a long time, and legitimately, a bit of the sadness will probably never really go away, right? Like I said, I still feel sad about dogs and pets I've lost years ago. Like decades ago.
Faster.
And like one thing I learned with losing people, well, with losing anybody, like whether it be a pet or like, you know, a person in your life. One thing that I've learned, and one thing that I always like to say now too, is you never forget and you never truly, like, I don't like using the term get over, right? Like, oh, you'll get over the loss of your loved one, or you'll get over the loss of your pet, because that's not really true, right? Yeah, you won't ever get over it, but it will become easier to deal with, right? It'll become easier to handle over time, which I think is definitely true. And I think that's the, yeah, like you said, you just kind of come to terms with it, right? And it becomes easier to accept. Sabbath was my very first pet when I left home as well. Oh man, well that makes the little guy even more special then, doesn't it, right? But we'll all remember Sabbath. I may not have known him myself, but I do know he meant a lot to you. Which means he's definitely worth remembering from me. Let's go deal with another curl. Let's deal with this one not so very nice cat. Okay, satellite, impulse. Okay, here we go. At the end of this one. It's over for you, Akashic Bander Curl. There you go. Easy. Yeah, it's been years and I feel like I've come to terms with it. Yeah, right. Like, yeah. Like, that's exactly it, right? Like, like coming to terms with it is the exact correct 100% wording for it. Right? Also, thank you for the posture check and the hydrate. I will take care of both of those. I'm running out of water. I feel like maybe I'm drinking more during these. I don't know why I would, but I think maybe because my lips are getting a bit drier. Let's see. It won't stop me getting black cats anyway. I've had 2 so far, Sabbath and Obsidian. Good names. Who also died of kidney failure 2 years ago. I like that. That's actually really clever names for 2 cats, right? Sabbath, you know, you could have a lot of different meanings, but you also have like Black Sabbath, the band, and then you have Obsidian, which like is a black mineral. That's really clever. I like that. Mineral stone. A stone is a mineral, so I guess it still kind of makes sense. Blade and Morgan are your remaining cats. Okay. Once again, very good names. I like them.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Hey, Cooney, welcome back to the stream, friendo. How are you doing today? Cooney says, my first cat also was black, called Bagheera. I like that. Jungle Book reference? Jungle Book reference, I'm guessing? And she always was on the lookout for dogs to chase. That's really funny.
Lord Rossfield, the curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
There you go. Another quest complete. Quest complete. Quest complete.
We did it. We saved Eastpool.
We did. You
Thank
know,
you, my friends.
that's a good story too for this.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
Nah, no, I like that quest line. I like how it all kind of came back around on itself. I'm waiting for the quest complete message because I want to. Oh, did we get it already? No, we got the spoil message.
Not slaves anymore.
When we get the quest complete message, I want to have some stuff I could say here.
they're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
Too true, Sir Wade.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade.
Eastpoolian?
But you should be proud all the same.
I prefer Eastpoolian.
I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right.
Yeah, true.
I will.
That's right. We came here to deliver seeds.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together?
I do. The marshlands.
Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes.
Yep.
How could I forget?
Fought a Marlboro. Got to hear the awesome fight music for the first time.
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Okay, I guess quest complete. Not quite yet. Okay, so yeah, I really do like the whole story with Eastpool. Cause like early on it got burned down, we couldn't save it. We had nothing we could really do. Over time it became an abandoned like kind of wasteland where only bandits lived and hid out. Then you bring more people back here and you kind of rebuild it. And then in the end, we protected it, actually, and we saved it. The people fought and we saved the village, right? It's a neat little, it kind of loops back around and kind of ties that little knot off, right? I like it. Hold on, let me do some reading. Sabbath picked fights with every animal in my street. Oh, okay, that's pretty funny. Sadly, we had to give her away when we moved from Russia to Germany in '99. That's really rough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, Bagheera found a good new home, a good, nice new home at the very least. I'm sure you wouldn't give her away to anybody that couldn't treat her properly at the very least. Oh, she ran away from the new owners. Oh, okay. My bad. I should have read further. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But sometimes cats will do that, right? Like, no, cats are weird like that. But so I'm really sorry to hear that you had to give your cat away back then, and that she later ran away. I'm sure it's always been rough knowing what may have happened, and what may, like, say, what may have happened to Bagheera. But at the same time, maybe Bagheera found a nice new home somewhere. Maybe Bagheera ended up having a really good life after all that happened. Right? It's sad, of course. But all we can do is hope, right? He tortured neighbors as well when they complained at me about him. I found it hilarious. Okay, that's very funny. I wonder if these hairstyles are common way back in time. They might have been. That's a good point. I don't know what hairstyles would have been in common way back in the day. I assume something, because I assume you could get your hair cut. Well, yeah, you could definitely get your hair cut. I imagine a lot of hair probably would have looked like Clive's, to be honest. Like, not really all that short, but also not incredibly, like, well kept either. I could imagine a lot of hairstyles being like Clive's. Like, I'm not so sure about Wade's, because where's Wade?
We defended Eastpool once. We can do it again. And again.
Nah, like, I could see some kind of looking like this. Yeah, like, I could see Wade's looking pretty normal back in the day. I don't know about this guy. This guy's hair looks a little bit too nice. You can even see it's kind of parted, like, along the side. I don't think they would have done that. Fun thing is, we never forced her to stay with us. Our windows were always open, and she even jumped out a lot and came back. Yeah, so there you go. It's even more of a good reason to assume that she probably was very street smart and probably, in the end, knew what she was doing, right? Clive needs a haircut, to be fair. Maybe a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. Although, to be fair, I don't think his hair's really all that bad, funnily enough. It's a bit messy, and I know when I first saw it, I was like, man, he has a lot more hair. But to be fair, I think it's all right. Could he get it cut and styled a little bit? Yeah. But it's all right. Maybe a little bit, like, along the back if he wanted to, like, have it be a bit shorter.